Very good clips. Give it up for Very Good Clips. Go subscribe to them. Now, people do say I'm too hard on Shawn Ryan. And I think he is like a born-again Christian or something. And a lot of guys, a lot of like veteran guys and stuff were mad at me, saying one of the principles of Christianity is that you can be like forgiven, you know, or whatever. Like, you know, that's what I was taught growing up. That like if you were, the question always was if Hitler repented and got baptized before he died, would he have gone to heaven? It's like, yes, he would actually. And he would be in one of the highest positions in heaven for killing so many Jews. But the question is, can anybody repent of their sins? It's like, yes. So a lot of people who are supposedly Christians were also mad at me for pointing out that Shawn Ryan was running a drug trafficking ring in South America, and he never said how much money he made, what he did with the funds, and he never also said if he was working undercover or was in the CIA or not. On his LinkedIn, he stopped being a contractor for the CIA in something like 2015, I think it said on his LinkedIn page, is what it said. So if that's the truth, then when he was doing all this stuff in South America and where he said he overdosed twice on drugs and he climbed up and he became some sort of, I believe, kingpin was his word. And he was going from Honduras to Costa Rica to Colombia to here to there, right? And then he left because he got spooked because he said there were federal people after him or something, right? Who knows if any of this is fake? It's a story he has stuck to. Since I saw this guy, his face and his voice, I never liked him. I never trusted him. In fact, I despised him. Leaves an awful taste in my mouth. Jay's texted me, he said, but how could two Israelis have connections inside YouTube? And he's doing this. So good. This is Shawn Ryan details his Ibogaine experience. I had a life review. Now, I don't know what that means. But I watched the first minute of this clip, and what it seems is that he likes this thing called Ibogaine. It's a psychoactive indole alkaloid derived from the Tabernath iboga plant, often used in traditional ceremonies and gaining attention for its potential in addiction treatment, although its use and legality vary widely. Okay, so this is one of those things that I believe like veterans take for PTSD and whatnot. I think I saw a 60 Minutes thing on this about how, guys that have, blown babies up with C4 in the name of freedom have, they come back and then they can't sleep and they want to kill themselves for the guilt of, being the world's terrorists. They end up taking this African shrub iboga. Now, this stuff, my spidey senses go off immediately and go, this is something you take to talk to the devil or something that is an imitation of the devil. There's no way it's good. It's immediately where my mind goes. That might be somewhat close-minded of me, but I don't think you're talking to good entities when you take this shit. And the fact that Shawn Ryan is pushing something like this, Ibogaine or whatever, I immediately go, okay, Shawn Ryan is advocating that I put this in my body. My brain goes, that's venom. That's snake poison. Anything Shawn Ryan tells me that I need to take, I assume it's poison and that it's not good for me. So I'm completely against all of this. And it's a trick. It's a trick of the devil. It's a psychoactive alkaloid obtained either by extraction from plants. Okay, cool. So let's look into it now. It seems to me. So when he's talking to Rogan here, watch this. Watch him here.
Ibogaine experience, and Like
Okay, so this is his I Had a Life review. I think this is when he became quote unquote Christian and turned his life around.
I went down and did the Ibogaine experience, and like it was just like, have you done Ibogaine?
No.
Why not?
What was good about it? Tell me what it was like.
Well,
I've
for
heard
me,
it's very effective for people with addiction.
yeah. Well, there it is, right there, right? I kind
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like you're talking to a car salesman? Like, yeah, I mean the clear coat, it is included. Yeah, it's no, I mean, we'll let me go talk to my manager and see what we can do here. He's kind of like looking down. He's not making eye contact. Seems like he feels like a tremendous amount of shame and that he's very coy about this pitch he's going
I went
into.
down and did the Ibogaine experience, and like it was just like, have you done Ibogaine?
It's
No.
a friend going, no, yeah, I did this thing. And you go, oh, what's that? And they go, oh, you don't know about that? Like he's trying to present it very, I'm just nonchalantly sort of mentioning this. Like, oh, do you have interest in it? Really? No, I can talk about it, I guess. It's Ibogaine.
Why not?
What was good about
He goes,
it? Tell me-
why
Just
not?
like, have you done Ibogaine?
No.
Why not?
What was good about it? Tell me what it was like.
Well, for
I've heard
me,
it's very effective for people with addiction.
yeah. Well, there it is, right there, right? I kind
Yeah.
of drank it.
He
all.
goes, well, there, you said it yourself. I mean, we can get you a 6% interest rate on a Toyota Highlander right now. I mean, you said it yourself. I mean, you got to have a car, right? I mean, you just said it. You know what? I mean, I'm gonna back up. What do you guys think? He's a salesman. He's a total salesman.
3 years, but I mean, it was
Why he's selling it, I'm not sure. Why he's selling it, I'm not sure. I don't know.
like, do you want like the
Sure.
whole experience?
Yeah.
Maybe because he's possessed by the devil? Is that a good enough answer? Is that too sort of like esoteric? Is that too is it because he's possessed by the devil? I feel like that's a good enough answer, right?
Yeah. So I went down to Mexico, and I just kept.
That's when you know someone's full of shit.
Do you want like the
Sure.
You go, tell me how you did it. He starts laughing as soon as he starts telling it because he's like, yeah, I'm full of shit. I'm completely full of shit. It's like, I never went to Mexico. They injected it into my veins at Langley, you stupid ass retard. You stupid ass mother. Don't you know I'm in the CIA? Why do you have me on this show every 2 months, you dumbass? You fucking thumb. He's like, fuck yeah. I went to Mexico. Yeah, I went to Narnia to take Ibogaine, you fucking idiot. He's completely full of shit. He starts laughing as soon as he's even telling any
whole
story.
experience?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went down to Mexico, and I just kept having these guys come on my show. And first one was Eddie Gallagher. He was talking about psychedelics, and I was like, oh no, that shit's for hippies. I'm not with that. And then, you know, the one that really got me was I had this guy on, his name DJ Shipley, and he like
I saw that one.
You
It was
saw
great.
that one?
Yeah, it's great.
Dude, DJ's a fun beast, bro.
Yeah, I follow that guy on
Holy
Instagram
shit.
now.
Like, takes Navy SEAL to a whole different level.
Dude, he's a
but
beast.
anyways,
Yeah.
but yeah, he like went out
He's a real beast, like a 666 beast. Like Eye of the Beast, Joe.
of his way after we recorded. And he was like, "Hey, dude, like, you should really think about going down there." And I was like, "All right, well." You know, I've done like a ton of research. I've talked to a bunch of guys about it. I understand like how it works now, and so I'll go. And so I went down there because I just wanted to be more in the moment with my family. I got 2 little kids now, and so I went down there, and that was like I felt.
Excuse me, my life is a lie, and all I do is lie. So just try to get the lies out of my throat.
Felt like I was kind of like through
lies
the
kind of build up in your
PTSD
throat.
type stuff, and maybe not.
What do you have PTSD from, Shawn? From raping and killing people? Is that what you have PTSD from? Do you have PTSD from being a drug kingpin in South America and killing thousands of unknown people that you'll never meet?
But But I just wanted to get rid of anxiety and be in the moment with my family and da-da-da-da-da.
I don't want to be anxious about having been a drug warlord. You know, I have so much anxiety and depression over killing thousands of innocent people and being the literal devil. I get kind of anxious when I think about how I've slaughtered people by the thousands, actually.
And so I went down and did the Ibogaine thing, and we took these pills, and like I didn't get a lot of visuals, but the first visual I got was I was just sitting there like looking in this mirror, shaking this maraca, and my head's like, I was like, all right, this is not working. Well, then my head it split open, like a.
In the mirror?
Yeah, dude. It was like I watched my head like peel like a banana, like it was just like whoosh, and then another head like just.
He goes, then I realized that was the head of someone that I was currently torturing, and I was like, oh shit! I thought I was looking in a mirror for a second. That was just the head of a Honduran boy that I was murdering in his hut, actually.
Blossomed out of it.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was really odd. And then I was like, all right, it's definitely kicking in. So I'm gonna lay back and it was kind of to me like the whole experience maybe. I guess I just lost total concept of time. It was like 12 hours, but it didn't feel like 12 hours, but it didn't really feel like 5 minutes either. But I got like this life review kind of thing.
Yeah.
And just had these TV screens.
Yeah,
it looked
life
like
review.
All black, like you're in space or something, and then these two lines of TV screens that were going in my peripheral vision. And what was playing in those TV screens?
By the way, so far it's like the worst pitch. He goes, "Yeah, you take it," and then you see your head get ripped off. Like, all right, well, is there anything good that happens? Do I get to talk to like my dead father, and he like hugs me and tells me he's proud of me or something?
And it was moving, like at kind of a slow pace, and so. Like I could see what was going on in the TV screens.
Interesting, maybe he never stopped being a drug dealer. He's going on Joe just to like sling more drugs. I know it's psychedelics or whatever, but all this guy does, he seems to sell drugs
through my
to people.
peripheral. But if I tried to concentrate on any one particular thing,
Do you think that this is part of like some MK thing where they take veterans on this weird retreat and like they take psychedelics and DARPA does like weird monitoring experiments on them and do you think they're just trying to get better at like having like activation triggers or just create Manchurian candidates or what the hell is actually going on? I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, Jack says, Ben, in Catholicism, you can't go to heaven if you murder someone. What if you kill someone in war? What's the thing in Catholicism? What about that, Jack? I'd love to know that.
then they would like all just disappear until I stopped trying to like concentrate on one thing, and then they'd all appear again, and I could like look at it through my peripheral, and I'd be like, oh, that was in Baghdad. That's when I was 5 years old, and my dad was like yelling at me, and that was this, and it was like, but it wasn't like I wasn't like reliving traumatic events. It was just like passing me by,
Like a recording.
yeah,
Like an old VHS tape.
yeah, and so I just let them like pass, and then I went into some other stage which I don't really understand, but it was a bunch of like these walls of stuffed animals, and I was kind of like going through this maze, and then like the last thing I talked about before I did the experience was China, and so then I had like this horrible thing about the Chinese invasion, but what came out of that, like, it's like, oh, well, that doesn't sound very good. Well, yeah, what came out of that, I lost 11 pounds in literally 1 week. It's a week-long type of experience. I lost 11 pounds. It's also a heavy metals
That's just water weight, retard.
detoxer, by the way. So that's probably
That's just water weight, retard.
probably had like some heavy metals blocking me up or something.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. You're dumb. You're a retard. You're
the
a liar.
whites of my eyes like cleared up.
Cool.
Like, and it wasn't just me. I like journaled all this shit down, and then I didn't tell my wife any of this stuff. And I came home and she's like, your eyes look like a lot lighter. Like the whites look a lot whiter, and my brown eyes looked like they had lightened up.
Huh.
Yeah. And then it was also like I had
You can get that from like doing a water fast for 3 days. I mean,
realized
you gotta go through the jungle and have a shaman stick something in your ass.
thing that I was ingesting that was poison.
Go on a juice
It was like
cleanse,
this,
retard.
going back to intuition. It was like this intuition of like I was like, I didn't go down there to quit drinking. It just happened, man. Like I was just like, I don't think I'm gonna drink anymore. And so I haven't had a drink in, like I said, just under 3 years.
Good
And
for
Do you think you had
man.
a drinking problem?
oh yeah, man, I had a drinking problem, big drinking problem. But
But you didn't think it at the time.
well, my drinking problem had digressed quite a bit. So, I mean, I used to drink close to 2/5 of vodka a day.
Whoa.
Yeah, and but then, and that was coming out of the agency. I didn't have anything to do really, and
Dude, these guys are so boring. I don't know why this is the biggest industry of like these guys of just like, yeah, man, like I had a fucking problem. Like, I was just thinking about the Kandahar Valley. I was just taking pills and shit, man. But then like I found the Lord and I hit the gym and yeah, man, you got to go down to Costa Rica and fucking. You gotta get like a blood transfusion. You gotta take mushrooms. You gotta fight your inner bitch. You know what I mean? Like these guys have had the same conversation. I don't even know how many times. How many times has this guy's been on Rogan? Hundreds of times. This type of guy though, it's like it's the biggest industry for some reason. Guys like this, they talk about aliens, UFOs, the people they've killed, and the drugs they've taken, and that they're alcoholics. Is this what people want to listen to? Is this? Do people need constant motivation to just like go to like get it to be in traffic? I don't get it. I don't
processing
understand.
a lot of kind of what had happened over the past 14 years.
Are people so angry? This is sort of like the place they are psychologically. Is they too just from this country beating them down so much that they identify with a guy who killed a bunch of people in a jungle somewhere and is in the CIA and now has to work out for 6 hours a day so he doesn't kill himself? I think mentally most people are also here. I'm not really sure.
I didn't have any friends, was severely depressed, whatever, man. Loved to party. Came back and I just didn't want the wine anymore. I used to take Adderall. Was addicted to that. Didn't need that. Didn't need this Ambien.
Just say you were addicted
anymore.
to
Didn't need
everything,
anything.
dude.
And
Cold turkey.
cold turkey, man. Weed. Quit weed for about 6 months.
He's like, however, he goes, every now and then though, I'll get a hooker and I'll kill her. Every now and then I'll get a hooker, I kill her, I put her in the trunk of my car, and there's this lake in the middle of nowhere that my buddy owns. It's just a tank. I hop over the fence, I push the body in. Every now and then, but I don't touch booze anymore. I don't touch pills. I do, however, I gotta hear them scream while I'm doing it. That's what it brings me back to the old days, because I will not have a beer though. I won't touch the stuff. Not anymore. Not anymore. I got kids, Joe. I got 2 kids.
And then, and then I went back. And even sugar, man, I quit sugar for about 6 months. And it was, the funny thing is, man, like it was zero effort. It wasn't like I'm not drinking and I'm not going to do sugar and I'm not going to smoke weed and no more Adderall. I just didn't want it. And there was no...
sounds like I gotta take Ibogaine.
There was just no urge.
So I can cut
there was
out
no
sugar.
addiction left. It was gone.
Damn,
Wow.
dude.
You know, and
Sounds
That's
like
the thing they
Ibogaine
say
will
about
really
Ibogaine,
fix
that it
everything.
uniquely rewires your brain.
yeah.
That's not good. It uniquely rewires your brain. I don't want to take that. Get the fuck away from me. That is terrifying. That sounds like a lobotomy. It sounds like literal mind control. Yeah, man. I was thinking about taking Ibogaine because they said it just like it's like taking your brain out and getting a completely new brain that's someone else's that's not your own anymore. Which actually sounds pretty good. That could be advantageous, man. It could be advantageous to have to take a pill and then have a completely new brain. I don't think these people hear themselves speak anymore. They've talked for so long. Do they hear anything they're even saying? Do they hear the words coming out of their mouth? The ideas. Yeah. They said it completely rewires your brain. Okay. That sounds awful. Yeah, they say it makes like your heart stop. They say it makes like your like all the thoughts that you're having and like your personality and all that stuff will just change overnight completely. It'll just like wipe your memory clean and like it'll wipe everything clean, Joe. Yeah. That's terrifying. Jesus Christ. Yep, and here's the comments, by the way. Sounds like the best decision Shawn ever made. Positive waves. They're learning about drugs they can take to talk to the devil. They go positive waves. Stay frosty, everybody. Sobriety is awesome. Yep. That was from Vapor Missile. Ibogaine is way more chill than ayahuasca or peyote. Took all fentanyl withdrawals away and took the addiction away and just dosing it for 3 days. Yeah, I'm sure this guy's dead now, by the way. This guy drove his car into an AM PM and then got out and shot himself in the head high on meth. Anytime I see a comment like that where someone goes, yeah, dude, I did this thing and it fixed everything overnight. That's totally not the addict mentality. Totally not applying the addict mentality to not being an addict anymore, of changing everything overnight with one thing. That's not the exact personality and traits that have got me in this situation to begin with. It's actually what got me out of it. Guarantee you this guy is dead. This guy is dead or in a coma somewhere. This guy goes, this guy, Jake DeFinboss, 6. Shut the fuck up, Very Good Clips. Keep cutting clips. You're going to be printing money soon. Go subscribe to them.